Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Saturday Movie Night. This hoodie is always weird. I love it. It feels good when it's on, but it's got this weird large hood and I kind of have to go like this, and then it feels like it's not enough neck. Anyway, whatever. I'll just kind of open it up a little bit here and do a bit of striptease for you. Welcome to Saturday Movie Night. It is Saturday, January the 29th, 2022, 7:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But Reese Wilson has just entered the chat, so I'm pretty sure it's, it's like 9 a.m. for you, 7 a.m., 9 a.m. for you, I think it is, over there in down under Australia. This is a Patreon level 2 and 3 exclusive. So if you want to get in on the live broadcast of this, my link to my Patreon is below. If you want to get a chance to vote on the movie we watch at the end of every month, you have to be part of level number 3. But if you just want to join in on the broadcast afterwards and you don't care about voting, level number 2 will do the trick. So check it out if that interests you. And it was a tight race, man. We had Chopping Mall, we had The Car, we had Monster Squad, we had, what else do we have there? The Stepfather, we had, what else did we have? Geez, I forget, and I just put up the poll yesterday. We also had, let me just put this here. It was tough, man. It was a tough race. It was very, very close. The Car, Monster Squad, Duel, Steven Spielberg's first movie, Chopping Mall, Deadly Friend. I was kind of pulling for Deadly Friend, and The Stepfather. But Monster Squad won. Monster Squad beat out 4 others that were just 1 vote behind. So Monster Squad won. This is a great movie, of course. This is one of my favorite films from the 80s. I really like this film. 1987. That's the movie we are watching. So if you want to follow along with us, The Monster Squad, 1987. Not a very long movie. I think only about 82 minutes. So we should breeze through this thing in a relatively short period of time. But let's see who's joining us tonight. We got Jim Dorsey joining us. Cody Snyder, Frank Riker, Reese Wilson is in the chat as well. Of course, like I just said, great to see you guys here. And whoever is going to watch after the fact, hello and welcome. Now, this was one of those movies for me that I saw, I think possibly in the late 80s, but it might have been the early 90s. I can't quite remember. This is, I do like this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. It's not quite Goonies level for me. There's Goonies and then there's Monster Squad. But I do like the Monster Squad. I do like it. It's Goonies-ish. Do you know what I mean? But I think you hear the term Goonies more to describe sort of those kids in the 80s getting into shenanigans, riding their bikes, you know, adventure, simpler time kind of stuff. You don't usually hear people say, yeah, like this movie's kind of like Monster Squad-ish. Do you know what I mean? I mean, maybe it has something to do with the fact that the classic universal monsters are very apparent in this movie. Your Frankenstein, your Dracula, Wolfman, the Mummy, and maybe it's got such its own unique identity that perhaps it doesn't quite make sense to use it that way. But you do hear the word the words the Goonies used a lot, right? Yeah, it's kind of like the Goonies. You know, it's got a Goonie vibe. It's got it's kind of Goonie-ish. You know, you hear that a lot. But it's also because it also could be that the Goonies was just massively more popular than the Monster Squad. But the Monster Squad is a cool kids movie from 1987. Of course, shout out to Wolfman's Got Nards, Barry over there in the UK. Of course, this is one of his favorite movies, if not his favorite movie of all time. I don't know for sure, but definitely one of his favorites. And of course, his channel, Wolfman's Got Nards. That's a Monster Squad reference. So let's dive into it. Are you guys and gals, if any decide to join, of course, ready to do this? I am paused. Where is it here? I am paused. I'm watching this off YouTube. I am paused 3 seconds in. The unicorn, I believe it's a unicorn, is just entering the frame. Not United Artists, but oh God, what's why am I drawing a blank? Well, I'm drawing a massive blank here. The TriStar, that's it, TriStar. I was like, not United Artists, TriStar. So I'm paused 3 seconds into the movie. And that's where I am. I'm just getting back to that because I had to go and double check the TriStar. For some reason I had a brain fart. So 3 seconds into the movie, that's where I am. The horse is just venturing onto the screen. Frank Riker says, Reese, how's the opening of the borders? Oh my God. Big protest today here in Ottawa, Canada. Massive protest on Parliament Hill today. I don't know if you guys know about that, but it was pretty crazy. I think it's continuing tomorrow as well. Anyway, here we go. The Monster Squad in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Love that old logo, man. Love that old logo. Let's do this. Taft Entertainment Pictures presents 100 years before this story begins, it was a time of darkness in Transylvania. A time when Dr. Abraham Van Helsing and a small band of freedom fighters conspired to rid the world of vampires and monsters and to save mankind from the forces of eternal evil. They blew it. I love that. So epic. It's like, nah, they blew it. They blew it. They blew it. Woo! Lightning, thunder, power, the Monster Squad. They never made a sequel to this movie either, did they? I don't think they did. I don't recall ever there being a sequel or a direct-to-video sequel or something. This was fun, though. Things I remember from the Monster Squad. It's funny. The things I remember from the Monster Squad is when I think about watching this movie as a kid, again, not as popular as The Goonies, not nearly as successful as The Goonies. The Goonies, I Will Die. I mean, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Certainly one of my favorite kid movies. And I love that shot, though, the castle and shit. The production design on this is great. But when I think of the Monster Squad, and watching the movie as a kid, a few things pop into my head. I remember the scene where I forget the name of the lead guy, the lead kid. He's sitting on the roof just outside his bedroom, and his dad shows up and hands him some Burger King, I think, or something. And they're both sitting there, and they can look over the tops of the houses and the trees and see the drive-in theater and watch a movie from the distance. Obviously, there's no sound, but they can actually watch it. And I remember as a kid thinking how fucking cool that was. That's so cool to be able to just kind of, sit there on your roof and watch the screen off in the distance. So that comes to mind. I remember thinking that was really cool as a kid watching the movie. Phoebe the Phoebe, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Sean, that's it. Thank you, Frank. Sean. It's been a while since I've seen this movie. Sean is kind of like the lead in The Goonies. Well, not actually. It was Mikey, but the actor who played Mikey, of course, Sean Astin. But Phoebe the Phoebe, obviously. Wolfman's Got Nards. Obviously, I remember that. Scary German guy, I think, comes to mind. It's a good kids movie, I mean, it's a family. It's not like a children's movie, but it's got some spooky themes in it. But it was fun. It was fun. And of course, Horace, what's his real name? Horace, he's been dead for many years now. Did he have I think he had was there some sort of issue he had, like disease he had or something? I forget. People in the chat can help me out here. Again, I'm not as much, I like the Monster Squad, I do. And I remember it, I like it, but I'm not as familiar with the nitty gritty details of the Monster Squad as I am, say, like the Goonies or something. So people can help me out here, either in the chat room or in the chat after the fact when you are watching this, because obviously after the live stream is done, this goes up onto my channel for everybody to watch. We are, where are we here? We're 4 minutes and 8 seconds into the movie, and Van Helsing is trying to, tear some shit up, but it didn't happen. Malpractice too. That's true. That is true. Yeah. 1987. I was 8. Was I 8? Yes, 8. I was 8. So like, a bit younger than the kids in this movie, obviously, but prime age for this. I assume this got a theatrical release. Did it? I can't remember if it did. I mean, I never saw it in the theater. Then again, I didn't see the Goonies in the theater either. It's funny. I didn't go to a lot of movies as a kid in the theater. Not as many as you would think. Not as many as you would think that I would go to. I did, obviously. I did. My dad took me to a bunch of movies, and obviously I did see Back to the Future and Gremlins at the drive-in when it first came out. I remember seeing Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade at the movie theater. But my dad took me to see a few movies. I don't think I saw this in the theater. I know I didn't see Goonies. It was a difficult time, though. I obviously my parents divorced when I was 4 years old, and so it was just my mom and my sister and my brothers sort of helping to raise me. And my mom went back to school, so she was very, very busy. She was doing night school a lot in the mid '80s, and that left my sister Jill, who's 15 years older than me, to sort of take on the mom role a lot in the evenings. And so there wasn't everybody got along. It's not like it was a horrible family, but it was a broken home, right? So there was a lot of different things happening, and I just didn't get to the movie theater a lot. But I did have movies rented for me a lot. I was the kid that every weekend I had a stack of movies that I would watch, and I would ask my sister or my mother to renew the movies as well. I'd watch it 30 times in a weekend, and yet I would still need it renewed to watch it again. I was the kind of kid that would watch a movie over and over again all day and just keep rewinding and watching, rewinding and watching. I would play with my toys while it was on, or, it was great. I did go see, obviously, movies in the theater as a kid, but not as many as you might think, being a movie guy. I think Horace died from pneumonia. Drive-in through, right, Dave? Drive-in through? Oh, drive-in though, excuse me, I don't have my glasses. Drive-in though? What do you mean? Drive-in? Frank says, yeah, the horse actor died of pneumonia. Died of pneumonia. Wow. That's so sad. So young. It's such a great idea, nowadays, of course, it wouldn't be a monster club, right? It would be, what would it be today? Today's kids. Fuck. I don't know what are kids into today? I don't know. I don't have children of my own. Having a club and things like that is very sort of, I don't know. Do you have that kind of thing anymore? I don't know. I hear you, kids. I guess they're sort of playing it for laughs here too, in a sense that I guess it is kind of nerdy to have the Monster Club in the film as well. They're kind of playing that angle to it. So I can understand that. But it's, Frank says it would be Stranger Things, a Stranger Things club. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Reese says, I remember watching this in cinemas in 88. I was like 7. We also got movies much later in the U.S. Than the U.S. release. Yeah, we got them the same time, obviously, because our countries are right next to each other and our film industries are very interconnected, obviously. So when there's a movie that's released in the States, it's released here simultaneously. But over in the UK and in Australia, that's not always the case. Darren made it very clear that even with A Nightmare on Elm Street and Elm Street 2, they were both released in 85 over in the UK and right on the heels of each other, really. So, but yeah, here it's the same. It's the same. There's Horace. And this is the kid from the Wonder Years, isn't he? He's the older brother. Stamp Club. What is this? 1958? Stamp Club. I don't think you could do this now. I don't think you could make a movie where you show this, calling a fat kid. I don't think you could do it. And this shit exists. Like, this is the stuff that kids experience online now. I'm not that it doesn't happen in the schoolyard. It still does. I mean, if you go to a physical school and you have recess obviously it would still happen. But there's a whole other element. Like I can't even imagine what it would be like now. And I mean, like I always say, if you grow up in that world, you don't know any different. So, you don't know a world without it. But I can't even imagine all of the shit that you got to think about as a kid and, puberty and homework and fitting in and friends and girlfriends and clubs and sports and all the shit that you think about when you're a kid. And on top of that, when you leave school, it goes with you through social media and all sorts of sites and Twitch and Facebook. Well, a lot of kids aren't on Facebook, but you know what I mean, right? Like I can't even imagine what that's like now. There's no break for some of these bullies or these kids that are subjected to bullying. I mean, this is good though. I love this. Eat it. Ew, it's great. Horace is like, yeah. And this was shot in, I believe this was shot around Pasadena, if I'm not mistaken, like in the same areas of where they shot Halloween. I stand to be corrected on that, but I think this was shot in LA, in California. Obviously, does this take place in LA? I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure, although I stand to be corrected, but I think this is it Pasadena or, I don't know. It looks similar. And I'm sure that I think so. Maybe not. I don't think that house is there anymore either. Hey, it's Phoebe the Phoebe. She's a cute kid. Scary German guy. Love it. Frank says, the good old days where bullying was just at school instead of everywhere now. Even home's not safe. I know. It's terrible. Like, I can't imagine what that would be like for a kid. It's awful. You're never going to get rid of bullying. I mean, kids are always going to bully and you can do your best to mitigate it and things like that and teach kids not to do that. But, it's part of, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, you see it you see it in primates too. You see it in certain species of primates, bullying, picking on, young chimps, picking on other chimps and things like that. Like you see it. It's not, obviously our brains are more developed that, we can learn to know better and not do that. But to think that you're just going to eradicate it completely is, not reality in my opinion. But Jason Harvey looks like Melvin from Tremors. Yeah, he does. He does a little bit. You're right. I love this too, how they're flying the airplane, and of course, it's good. It's a good way to do it. I think I appreciate this movie more as an adult than I do or than I did as a kid. Like I said, I liked it as a kid. I did. But I was more of a Goonies guy. Yeah, let me just, I'm curious about Monster Squad. Hang on, I just want to look something up while we're watching this here. Monster Squad, 1987, that is correct. Budget was $12 million. Wow. Really? Wow. 12 million bucks. Oh, shit's happening. I'm not even watching. Where are we here? Oh, yes. Dracula. The very sort of course, you know, they could have got real serious by making him Vlad the Impaler. You guys know the story of Vlad the Impaler, right? That's supposedly who Dracula is inspired from, you know. Yeah. Ooh, the glowing eyes, and he takes off. Bats are cool. Bats are essentially flying mice, aren't they? So $12 million, only made $3 million at the box office. Oh, there was going to be a remake. I didn't know that. It's canceled, though. Though the film was a financial failure on its initial release, it subsequently developed a cult following. That often happens with films that fail at the box office. Yeah, okay. It just talks about Rotten Tomatoes score and things like that. The film was released by Vestron Video, I guess, in 1988 on VHS and Laserdisc. It was the film's only VHS release. In 2008, Rob Cohen, who served as a producer on the original film, said that the rights to the film were back with Paramount and there were plans to remake the film. However, he had no desire to direct it. In 2010, it was announced that Michael Bay's Platinum Dunes had officially signed on to produce the film, with Cohen now confirmed to direct and Mark and Brian Gunn writing the screenplay. The announcement of a remake and Platinum Dunes' involvement was not met with much positive reaction from fans. Of course not. In 2014, Platinum, you could say Nolan was going to do it and nobody would want it. In 2014, Platinum Dunes produced Brad Fuller and Andrew. No longer happening. Okay. Yeah, not surprising. You'd have to change it. I think you'd have to I think you'd have to change it. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Because Dracula and they're starting to, well, I know that Universal wanted to bring those types of characters back, right? You could do the Monster Squad again, but you would have to maybe make them different monsters to appeal to sort of this generation. You know, maybe make them more paranormal. Or one's paranormal, one's something else. Or, I mean, you could do Dracula the Wolfman. You could. A lot of the times when these types of movies get made, it's all timing, right? You know, what's hot, what's current, what's the pulse of the industry? You know, right now it might not make sense to remake the Monster Squad and use Universal classic monsters, right? In that sense, it might not make sense at all. But fast forward 10 years from now, and for whatever reason, we're in this big trend that Dracula is really popular and the Mummy's really popular and Wolfman is, you know, I mean, like really popular, like more popular than, I know we've had little things with Dracula and Wolfman and things like that throughout the years, but I mean like really, really popular. And all of a sudden it makes sense. It's like, wow, like Stranger Things meets, you know, the Universal Monsters, which is essentially what this would be in a lot of cases. Essentially what this would be. Let it begin. Looks like he's on Mulholland Drive. Maybe he is. There's a view of LA in that exact spot. Look at the lightning. I love how yeah, that's cool. It's a cool shot to see his skull face. That's awesome. Hey, Slick, what's going on? I'm the cop father. John Saxon could have played this role. John Saxon totally could have played this role. That's right, bitch. Is this kid still acting, by the way? Do we know? Is this kid still acting or not? Frank says, I believe all the monster actors are still alive. Very cool. Where's Darren? Oh, he's probably 1, 2, 3. Well, it's midnight there, so he might be sleeping. Although it's Saturday, he might be up. He might just be hanging out with his wife and watching a movie. Who knows? Frank says Tom Noonan being the most popular, I guess. Yes. Or, Noonan. Yeah. I love that little play on sequels and horror movies. Yeah, I totally can see John Saxon playing this. Is this guy still alive? This actor, the guy that's playing the dad, is he around still? I like that. Lock me up. I'm a werewolf. You can tell this relationship's shit. This is the mother. This is the same mother from... this isn't the same mother from the Goonies, is it? I think it is. That's one of the things I forgot about this, too. This is the same mother from the Goonies, right? Am I right? Or am I thinking of somebody else that looks like her? Maybe I'm thinking... I want to look it up, but I'm going to let the chat room let me know, because I think I'm right. Reese Wilson says, it's a shame Fred Decker didn't direct more, but I suppose RoboCop 3 put the nail in the coffin for him. Yeah, maybe. Oh, he's becoming the werewolf. That's it. I love it. Cody says, yeah, Mary Ellen Trent. So yeah, I'm right. She was also in Die Hard, I think. I love that. This is good. That's what I thought. Thank you, Cody. That's what I thought. Yeah. So maybe she divorced Mr. Walsh and hooked up with this guy. She really isn't. So maybe this is a shared universe where, this really isn't her son at all. She's just pretending it's her son. Monster Squad, Goonies, shared cinematic universe. I'm just saying. Oh, Lethal Weapon. She's the... Oh, wait. Is it Lethal Weapon I'm thinking about then and not Die Hard? Is she in Die Hard? Is she in any of the Die Hard films? I think she is. She's a psychiatrist in Lethal Weapon. I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it. Unless that is what I'm remembering. I think she was like the news anchor, right? I think she was one of the news anchors in Die Hard. I think. Is this the Mummy? No, this is... Oh, no. This is the werewolf. That's right. No, Lethal Weapon. Okay, it's Lethal Weapon. Okay, thank you. All right. I thought she was in one of the Die Hard films. Was she not? Why am I thinking she was in one of the Die Hard movies? It's weird. I'm just looking her up. Oh, I didn't know she was dead. Did I know she was dead? I must have known she was dead. She's been dead since 2015, according to Wikipedia. She was the former wife of Robert Zemeckis. Wow. I think I knew that too. Yeah, Lethal Weapon, you're right. Yeah, she was in Die Hard. I was right. She was in the first Die Hard. Gail Wallens. She was one. Yes, I was right. Says right here on Wikipedia, Die Hard. I was right. I was right. She was in Die Hard. So there you go. I was right. She was in Die Hard. And she's dead. She's the anchor in the first one, Cody says. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's too bad that she's passed away. 2015, she passed away. That's unfortunate. Was married to Robert Zemeckis. I think I knew that, but I'll be honest. Maybe I don't know. She was the anchor. That's right. That's right, Frank. Yep. So this werewolf costume, obviously, it's not American Werewolf in London level, but it's still cool. So cool. I like the mummy. That's all you got to do. He's gathering his minions. We're going to take over the world. Oh, yeah, they got to get the swamp. I forgot about this guy. Isn't there... Wait, is this... Oh, that's right. That's right. I like that Frankenstein becomes sort of the good guy. You know what I mean? Well, Frankenstein's monster, but, we just call him Frankenstein. I like that. This is... Yeah, Frankenstein. Yeah, here it is. That's what I thought. Cody Snyder says she was always awesome. She was in a great episode of Tales from the Crypt and All Through the House. I haven't seen her in that. I wonder what she died from. Let me just take a look here. One look. You know, Wikipedia sometimes talks about death. Turner was married to director Robert Zemeckis 20 years, with whom she had a son, Alexander. She was good friends with producer Kathleen Kennedy. Tanner died on May 20th, 2015 at her home from complications of pancreatic cancer. Aw. She was 62 years old. It's young. I mean, not, but it's young nowadays. That's too bad. Yep. So you couldn't, well, she was 62. She'd be, yeah, hey, you could still do it. You could still do a sequel today. Get them in on it. It's our time. The old resurrection through lightning. Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th, Part 6 style. Look at these. They're great. I love these costumes. Died. She apparently died from pancreatic cancer. So, thank you, Frank. Thank you. Sorry, I'm a step behind you guys. Yeah, it is sad. It is sad.
Put the candle next to your bed.
26 minutes, 50 seconds into the movie here.
It means I love you, and as long as it's here, nothing bad can happen.
That's right. This girl is so adorable. My God. Is she still around now? Phoebe. Ashley Bank. Let's check Ashley Bank. She's still working. There she is. Ashley Bank. Yeah, that kind of looks like her a little bit. I'm just looking at photos of her now, and certainly I can see it. She's still got that same face, just as obviously a grown woman. That's funny. So it looks like she's still kicking in terms of working, I think. Yeah, it says she's in pre-production on a film called Path to Midnight, playing somebody named Lindsay Walsh. Oh, she took some time off there. Big gap between 94 and 2010. But that's cool. Good for her. She's born 81, so she's 41 this year. Cool. I like little things like that. I'm a stats trivia kind of person when it comes to this shit. It's annoying, I know, but the fuck is the movie? There it is. Yes, Sean. Frank says, wasn't there an issue with the Frankenstein monster's makeup that was copyrighted and that's why the bolts weren't on his neck? Maybe. That's a good question. Does anybody in the chat know that? Does anybody in the chat know whether that is true? I like how he's basically using this, as an anagram, right? He's deciphering it. Dracula? What? No way. You'd be totally like that too. You'd be like, dude, Dracula, dude. Yeah, I like this. There's a monster in my closet. It's so good. Ooh, Mr. Monster. Ooh. I love that. Doesn't believe his kid. I love it. I love that. It's great.
In the closet?
This is so good.
Sure. We can go into the closet. We can do that.
Who's in the closet? Is it the...
Okay.
Oh, it's the mummy. It's the mummy. That's right.
Ooh, look at that big, scary monster. Ooh.
That's great. I love it.
Sleep with your mother and me tonight so you can forget it. And keep this up, and you're not going to look at those monster magazines.
Yeah, that's so good. That's so good. I love that. Come on, Sean. It's Dracula spelled backwards. Use a mirror. Yeah. It's true. I love this. In their clubhouse. It's us. We're the Monster Squad. We're the Goonies. Do you know what would have been a funny line? Of course, would have been like, it's us. We're the Monster Squad. What about the Goonies? Fuck the Goonies. That would have been funny. I don't know if you could have gotten away with one of them saying, fuck the Goonies, but that's still, screw the Goonies. That would have been funny. Or, like the Goonies. Silver bullets. He's like, yeah. Is he checking? Yeah, this, yeah. Cody says Shane Black helped write this and wrote Lethal Weapon, and Trainer appears in both. Maybe he had the hots for her. Yeah.
Nobody's gonna do a thing about it but us.
That's right.
So what do we do? I think this book might be important. Look, it's Van Helsing's diary. My mom said they found it in an old house on Shadowbrook Road. But I can't read it. It's all in German. My sister takes German in high school. Sister doesn't speak German. All she and that guys touch her tits.
Oh, that's great. It's great. And when you're watching that as a kid, you're like, whoa. But they need a virgin though, right? And she's not a virgin. So they get Phoebe to do it naturally because she's only like, what is she, like 6 in this movie or something? That'd be funny. Cody says, love those quotes, Dave. Quotes? What quotes? You mean in the movie? Frank says they should have used Invisible Man too, but can see why they didn't. Yeah, that's true. I forget. So he wants to like take over the world, right? Isn't that the plan of most antagonists? To take over the world, rule the world. But Frankenstein ends up making, like I said, making that friend in Phoebe. They're hanging out. Yeah, maybe you're right, Frank. Maybe somebody who's watching after the fact will be able to talk about the bolts. Maybe you're right. Frankenstein here looks like he just either got up or went on an all-night bender. Look at his face. He's like, he's had too much to drink. Yes, master. Poor Frankenstein. Why are you getting this guy to do it? He looks like he's the last guy you'd want taking on this kind of a mission. Yeah, the scary German guy. They're standing at the house now.
Who else are we going to get to translate this thing? Come on, somebody go up and knock.
That's great. I love it. Come on, man. The scary German guy. Nope. I love this actor, too, who plays the scary German guy. He looks frightening. He does. He looks frightening. Frank says the monster should be thrown Phoebe in the, should have thrown Phoebe in the lake. Yeah, just picked her up, tossed her in the lake. She looks up, it's Michael Myers. For another piece of cake. Ah, pie. Pepsi has offered their branding to this movie. Picks up Phoebe, throws her in. She can't, so she drowns. Oh my God. It's so awful. I mean, this is coming from the guy, you know, like I said, I mean, I think the ultimate Halloween 4 ending, Jamie just squibs of blood flying out of her. She pitches forward, falls down the stairs. There's this epic slow motion shot of her falling, barrel rolling down the stairs. Loomis just continuing to shoot. Oh my God. That'd be terrible. Does a scary German guy die? I can't remember. Yes. One of these Saturday movie nights, we got to get Deadly Friend in there or something really ridiculous. Frank's got a good Rolodex of ridiculous horror slasher movies that are just bonkersly silly. Got to give you some ideas, Frank. I'd love to watch one that's just fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. It'd be great. Ooh, let's hear what he's saying here.
And the balance between good and evil will shift, and evil will rule.
Oh, yes.
However,
Evil.
claims there is a way to stop the forces of darkness.
How?
If one could gain possession of the amulet before those forces, then every 100 years at midnight, there is another option. A ceremony.
Ooh. I love fucking Horace's shirt. I got to get a shirt like Horace and just wear it all the time. I would rock that shirt on this channel. I bet you they got to be it's got to be a shirt out there where you could make that's like that. Reese Wilson says, I watched a pretty trashy one the other night called Slumber Party Massacre. Oh, I actually put the original one because there was a remake, I just think last year, if I'm not mistaken, that apparently was pretty good. But there's an old one. Are you talking about the old one? Because I think I put that on the list a few months back. I would have loved to watch that. Cody says it'd be awesome to see Dave react to Sleepwalkers 92. I've seen Sleepwalkers. I remember that. Haven't seen it in years, but I remember Sleepwalkers, Tommy Knockers, you know, What's the other one that was around that time? Tommyknockers, Sleepwalkers, the Langoliers. I remember the Langoliers. It was like a Stephen King one too. Lawnmower Man, Neutron Man, Tarantula Man. I can understand why. Frank Riker says, I think you should redo the H4 ending as recording, Dave, like you did with your Loomis. Oh, I'd love it. I should. Then it'd get taken down because it'd be like I'm promoting violence against children or something. It'd be so funny. She's pitching forward. She keeps shooting. No. Blood squibs just keep flying all over the place. She hits the bottom and he's just like, how many rounds are in this gun? There should only be 6, but for whatever reason, Loomis has got 30. Horace's shorts look like he's rocking the Ukrainian flag. His shorts are basically the Ukrainian flag. That's funny. That's great. Frank says we can watch Death Spa. Oh! Wait, is there one called I think I know the one you're talking about. Death Spa. Hang on, let me look this up here. Death Spa. Oh yeah, 89. Okay, I'm putting it on the list. Death Spa. Yeah. I love it. Death Spa. I've never seen that movie. That'd be fun to watch. Sean! I thought he was going to say you bitch. Says you brat. Boy, those boots really give him some height. Oh my God. They did a good job though. Like I like the makeup. I like the design on this. Look at Horace getting in the garbage can. It's so silly. He's gentle. He's okay. Yeah, this little girl, she's adorable. Like really, like she's the kind of adorable that you want for a part like this. You know what I mean? Not every kid's adorable. I hate to say it. I'm not saying not all kids matter. I'm just saying, there's cute kids. Let's face it, there's fucking ugly kids too. No, I mean like there's cute kids, like there's that in the demeanor and the way they're, the innocence, you know what I mean? And then there are some that are just maybe a little too adult or, whatever, but she really feels very natural. Like she feels just like a little kid. Like that, just pushes him. Yeah, let Phoebe in the Monster Club. Bastards. Frank says Meeker grabs Lewis's gun but forgets he has an ankle gun and lays down to shoot Jamie like Cash. He keeps unloading. He just keeps unloading on her. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Cody says Dave wants the world to be an invert. Show not a car. Just nothing but like shooting little kids. Oh my God, it's awful. It's awful. Maybe I can talk like that because I don't have children. I don't know. But then again, Frank's doing pretty good himself. Oh, see, Frankenstein took a picture of what's her face there undressing. I think he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. Are those donuts? What is that? Oh no, it's a mask. That's right. Yeah. I like that moment where he takes the mask out and he sees it and he pushes it away and it's a good moment. Really good moment. They give you, they really make you feel, I love this shot, by the way, this shot of them walking off in the distance. and the sun is setting and you see them and you see how tall he is compared to them. And that's probably one of my favorite shots in this movie. It's a really, really good shot. Yeah, like kudos. It's exactly something I would do. 100%. That would be in my shot list for sure. I really like it a lot. It's a good screen grab, good promotional image. You could use it for a number of things. Good back of like DVD case image. Cody says, Dave sounds like Carlin. They're rather unpleasant looking. It's true. It's true. Hey, listen. I'm just saying there are cute babies and there are ugly babies. I'm just saying, oh, babe. All children are precious. Yes, all children are precious. Absolutely. And should be protected 100%. But not all kids are good looking. They're, you know, mutually exclusive. I'm just saying. Look at this guy. He's getting into it. I don't know about that. Got a couple of kids that are going to stop you. Oh, yeah. I got to get this 80s tune in here. Fuck yes. Woo! I'm a man. Wow. It's 1987. These aren't the real lyrics to this song, but it doesn't really matter because it's the Monster Squad. I fucking love this dude. I remember this song. Ow! All right. I don't want to get... I definitely am going to get dinged, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal because... well, maybe not. Maybe because I was talking over it. Maybe the algorithms won't get it. I don't know. But... just... These shows don't generate a lot of views, so I'm not too worried. Rock until you drop. Dance until your heart stops. Ow! Love it. It's the not the tableau, the montage. We're in the montage moment of the movie. We got what's his face here making silver bullets. Ooh. Ah, yes. That's right. What happened to your silverware there, Mrs. Walsh? I mean. Yeah, let's bring it home. Woo! It's a good tune, man. Yeah, nobody notices this guy taking the... I guess because he's helping the other guy, I guess. Fox Photo 1 hour lab. Remember the 1 hour photos? Remember the photo labs? Do they still have photo labs? Yeah, they might. Like, but Walmart doesn't have a photo lab anymore. They used to have a photo lab, but I don't think Walmart does anymore. I think everybody's just taking photos on their phones now. Do they even sell disposable cameras still? I don't know if they do. I remember when disposable cameras were a really big thing. That was a big thing in the late 90s, early 2000s. Disposable cameras were huge. I remember when I was in high school and college, we would buy disposable cameras and take photos and shit. And it was fun because you didn't know how the photo was going to turn out until you got it developed, right? I mean, that's just like that with any film camera, but I just mean it was fun. Do I still have some of those photos? I must. It was really cool. But I haven't bought a disposable camera in a long time, so I think once the pocket computers, once the smartphones had really good cameras, that was the end of it right there. There's something about having a photograph, though, that's still really cool. Ooh, time travel. Frank says, feeling like roller skating with this music at the rink. Roller skating. I've never roller skated. I've roller bladed. Frank Gregor, all the Monster Squad business cards will give some nasty paper. Yeah, they will. Walgreens does, I think. Yeah. We don't have Walgreens here in Canada. But we have, similar things. We have Shoppers Drug Mart and Rexall, and it's the same thing. It's like a Walgreens. I'd have to check. There's a Rexall not too far away from me. So maybe I'll check there. There's a Shoppers not too far away from me either. So maybe I'll check both of them and just see. I'd be curious to know. Because you don't look for it anymore, right? Because when's the last time you're not bringing film to the lab? But it was cool. I remember that the excitement of taking a bunch of photos at like a party or, with your friends or whatever, and then taking them to the lab and choosing the 1 hour photo, and you'd hang around the mall for like an hour, and then you'd go pick them up and you'd be like, oh, oh, look at, no way. Oh, dude, your head's cut off. Fuck off. Oh, it was a lot of fun. Now this transformation here of the werewolf was cool. I mean, again, not American Werewolf in London cool, but it's still cool. It's cool for a kid's movie. That's it, man. The beast is loose. The beast is loose. Loose as a goose. I love the sound design here. Listen to the sound design here. The crickets, frogs.
Patrick, come in. Yeah, we're here.
Crickets.
We're almost there. Everything set with you? No, in a minute.
It's got the walkie-talkies going. We're 50 minutes into the movie. Wow, there's only like half an hour left, basically. This movie is not a long movie. It's like 82, 83 minutes. It breezes. It's still considered a feature, obviously, but it breezes. Because I think a feature film is 60 minutes and longer, 65 minutes and longer, I think is considered feature length, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's 50. Eugene! What, Eugene, you fucking annoying kid? Oh. Are you a virgin? I remember this scene now. Yeah, why? Yeah, sis, are you a virgin? Frank says, seriously, where would this group be without Rudy? It's totally true. Like, they'd be dead. They'd be dead. They'd be eaten and devoured.
Is the degree to which you may have or have not at some point in time.
The way he says it is.
Been dorked.
Dorked.
You guys are sick.
Guess what? Fox Photos got a 2-for-1 deal this week, and wouldn't you know it, there's a space on the bulletin board right between the prom committee notes and the football roster.
Dorked. Was that even a thing? That wasn't, I don't remember that being a thing here. Or is that maybe something they just said? Because obviously to say fucked would be a little, a little much for this kind of a movie. To be dorked. I don't recall that as a kid in the 80s hearing that. Master wants children dead. It's me. I want the children dead. The children will die. Children, you will die. We are going to die. Is this where he says Wolfman's got nards? I think it's coming up soon. I think it is. Dracula. Yeah. This is cool. I like the way this is shot. The door opening. We're pushing in towards them as they open the door. You know, the way things are lit here. It's good. I like it. It's good. Frank says, read a book, Dave. A dork is a whale genitalia. Well, yeah. But well, I guess that's how it's a whale genitalia. Thank you, Frank. Thank you to the marine biologist, Frank Riker. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very, very much. I think I knew that. So I guess that's why it's also being used. Okay. It's not something I remember ever using as slang for that, but okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. Poor Frankenstein. I like how they made Frankenstein kind of a good guy. Do you know what I mean? I like that. Shut up, Eugene. Get the hell out of there. Somebody kill Eugene. Who's got a gun? Can we kill Eugene, please? It's like that Seinfeld episode where George had to pretend to be a marine biologist. Gotta get the amulet. I like how the Wolfman just shows up, just jumps. Here it is. Here it comes.
Wolfman's got nards.
There it is. Wolfman's got nards. There you go, Barry. That's for you, buddy. Wolfman's done. He got nards. Oh, yes, he does. Ah. Dracula. How do they get out of this? I forget how they get out of this now. They're coming from all directions. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, that's right. Okay, cool. Fun stuff, man.
Maybe the monsters got them. Maybe the monsters got them. Maybe the monsters got them.
Just great. Eugene is whining. Oh, they fell into where the amulet is. I like how it's glowing green. Oh! The crosses that are in there too. This is cool. This is a cool piece of music here. I like that. You know, it's 80s goodness. It's 80s. I'm picking up something mystical and magical goodness.
Hey guys, I got it.
Yep. Oh, Horace has got the garlic. Yes, Horace. Here it comes. It's so like great. So stereotypical. I like how Sean had to go garlic just in case we were like, what the hell did he put on his face? Garlic. Yeah, garlic, sunlight, holy water. Holy water, does that work on vampires? I can't remember. scary German guy ain't so scary after all. Frank says, too bad Frankenstein's monster didn't meet Patrick's sister. Yes. Wouldn't that have been a great love affair? Wouldn't that have been an epic? Like at the end of the movie when everybody's like, oh, Frankenstein is able to stay in the real world and he starts making out with her and there's like this epic kiss and they start making out and there's like a sex scene with saxophone music playing. Oh my God, that'd be so funny. I keep a strong ball in my pants. That's great. Patrick is Job from Children of the Corn. Is he really? Is he actually? Shit. You guys are so good on this stuff. I didn't. It's been a while since I've watched it. Well, Tony and I watched it last year, the year before. The Mummy. I like how they just go right through them. Oh, actually, no, they don't. They miss him. But, oh, that's right. That's right. He climbs on. That's it. I remember now. That's a very Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom thing. I wonder if that was copied from Indiana Jones. Because when Indiana Jones, when they're in the mine car chase, is it the mine car chase? Harrison Ford's like, give me some slack. I don't know. Just give me some slack. He says it like that a couple of times. And in this scene right here, what's his face says it like the exact same way. That's interesting. Of course, Temple of Doom was 3 years before this movie. So that's interesting. I wonder if that was inspired. I don't know. It's just the way it sounds, the way it looks and everything. I think that's the way it was. I do like how the mummy unravels and shit. And like, you just see the head. And that's really how easy it is to kill the mummy. You just got to unravel him. I guess you do. J-Man's Movie Cave has made it into the chat. Hello, Jason. Nice for you to drop in and say hello. Great to see you here. I like that, how they go through the car. It's like, whoa, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Wow. There's Mrs. Walsh. I don't care what anybody says. She's Mrs. Walsh. This is totally a back lot. And I don't say that in like, oh, it's only a back lot. I don't say it like that. It's fun when you can see sets and you're like, oh, that's a back lot. That's a back lot cul-de-sac. It's great. It's great. If I ever got a chance to make a movie on a back lot, I'd be like, great. That's awesome. I like that. Meeting adjourned. He blows up their treehouse. Dracula just blew up their treehouse. That fucking prick. All hell is about to break loose. Oh, that's right. He's going to kill his friend. Oh! I love how he's just sitting there in the car. Shoot him. Shoot him! I'd be shooting him right now. I'd be shooting him. Well, he does try. Does nothing. Does nothing.
I will have your son.
I will have your son. I will have your son.
Sounds like Freddy Krueger there. Anytime you go, just sounds like Freddy. You left Mr. Walsh for this shit? You fuck. Imagine he runs and he's like, Phoebe! Phoebe the Phoebe! Phoebe the damn Phoebe! What? What's going on? What's going on? Meeting adjourned. I do too, Frank. I do too. Yeah, I like that line. Jim Dorsey, my man, says, I'm surprised this hasn't been remade in some capacity. Well, I was reading earlier on Wikipedia that they almost did. There were some serious discussions about it about maybe 15 years ago. They were thinking about doing it, and then it just, fell apart like a lot of these things do. I think it's possible that you could still see a remake. I don't think you're going to see a sequel. I just don't think there's the interest. I mean, Horace is dead. The guy that plays Patrick, I think it's Patrick, right? I think he's not really acting anymore, and he's kind of not. You know what I missed? I completely missed. I talked about it at the beginning of the show. I completely missed the shot of Sean and his dad sitting out on the roof with the drive-in playing. I completely missed it. It was a long time ago, like an hour ago. I completely missed it. I must have been looking at one of the Wikipedia articles or something when it happened. Damn. Oh, well. We are an hour and 4 minutes and 26 seconds into the movie. Yeah, what he said. I love it. And J-Man says a slasher version would be epic. Yeah. A slasher version of anything would be epic. Slasher Star Wars movie. Slasher Star Wars movie. A slasher, I don't know, Planes, Trades, and Automobiles movie. He's coming in. Dracula's coming. I will have your son. Doesn't he go up? How did he get him? He goes up, right? And he finds him like bloody or something. Like the bat actually took a couple of bullets, I think. Or am I thinking something else? Yeah, no, I'm right. Right? Yeah, I'm right. He like the bat actually took a bullet. Or maybe it was yeah, that's creepy right there. That's a weird visual with him like half bat, half human. The Wolfman is there. Man. I love it. Asshole, you look. I love that they blew up the Wolfman, but it doesn't work because you got to kill him with a silver bullet, right? I like that. But they blow him up. Like, it's epic. If that was anybody else, he'd be dead. But I like how, the limbs are starting to move and shit, and they come back together, and I like that. Frank says, fun fact, bats are the third most infected mammal for rabies behind the raccoon and skunk. Very cool. Thank you, Frank. I think skunks are actually really cool and really cool animals, actually. Like skunks, Frank, you know this. Skunks don't want, well, not like any animal wants to hurt you, but skunks get such a bad rap, right? Because of their spray and things like that. But they don't want to have to use that because it takes, how long is it, Frank? Like a full day or something for that spray to rejuvenate or something? Like they don't want to have to use that. That's like their last resort. When I go for a jog at night, not in the winter, obviously, but in the summertime, when I jog at night, very often I will see a skunk because there's a path out where I am, and I will see rabbits, of course, out there, but I'll often see a skunk, and I think they're cool. I think they're cool animals. Like I just think they're cool. They get such a, and I understand why, but they're cool. They're cool and cute as fuck. My God, really cute, really cute. But yeah, you definitely don't want to get sprayed by one. That's for sure. It's not going to kill you or anything, but good luck getting the scent out. You have to throw out all your clothes. I always give skunks, obviously, the the room they need. And if I see one up ahead as I'm jogging, I'll start to drag my feet a bit to make some noise on the path so they hear me coming. And usually that works. They'll look and they'll see me and they'll take off into the foliage or whatever. Frank says, yep, it's exhausting for them. It's basically a sulfur solution. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Didn't know that. Yeah, they don't want to do it, man. Yeah, I like when he shoots him here and he's like, thank you. It sucks. It's sad, but he's taken care of it, right? He's, you know. What is that fucking fat cop doing? Is she a version? I love it. And I like when that portal opens up too and you see, you know, Van Helsing, he's doing this or something with his thumb and they're all like, ugh. It's great. I'm not there yet. Here it comes. Oh, I love this line by Horace. My name is Horace. It's coming up in a second. I love that. Yeah, look at these cowards, these bullies. Well, bullies are cowards, right? At the end of the day, they're cowards. Good job, Horace. I got to hear this line. This is great. Here it comes. My name is Horace.
Good job.
My name is Horace.
I love it. It gave him the confidence he needed. Gave him the confidence he needed to stand up for himself. See, so he's had an arc. His character has an arc right there. Gave him the confidence that he needs. Yeah, hold it right there a minute. Hang on now. I love that Dracula just hits him with just really quick, just hits him. These look like Haddonfield cops. Well, Haddonfield cops didn't have the, the cowboy type hats on, but the color of their jackets look very similar. Look very, very similar to that. It's epic right now. It's epic. Say it. He's coming. He's coming. The leaves are falling. The wind is blowing. Dracula has arrived. Little girl. I think he caresses her cheek too or something. It's like, come here. I love it. Yeah, that's right. It's creepy. Not in that way. I mean, it's creepy in that because he's so powerful and she's so young. Symbolically, I mean. That's right. Picks her up like that. That's cool. Yes, I love it. I love that he actually said that. They actually wrote that in. Give me the amulet, you bitch. He said it right to a little girl. It's great. And that goes to show you how he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care how old you are. Calls this little girl a bitch. And Frankenstein saves the day! Ladies and gentlemen, Frankenstein all the way from Dr. Frankenstein's lab comes in, saves the day. Or the cop with clown music too. Yeah, that's right. Take care, Jason. He's got to go back to his own world. The portal is about to open. It's cool. It's like a tornado. I like that things get sucked into it. It's like a black hole or something. I don't know. No, Dracula didn't kill him. All the wind, got the fans, got the big fans blowing. Mrs. Walsh is in on it. Not in on it. I mean, she's there. Oh, the stake through the heart. Through the heart. And there he is, Van Helsing himself. I think, right? Yeah. He's like, yeah, thumbs up, buddy. Woo! Back to where you belong in my time. One of the cops gets tossed in there, I think. I like how the dog is going like this. The dog's clearly hooked up to some wire. It's cute. There goes one of the trucks. I love these effects. These are great. He's got to go, Phoebe. He's got to. Phoebe. This is kind of like Chunk and Sloth. You know what I mean? This is the Chunk and Sloth relationship in this movie. Although Sloth apparently got to live. God, can you imagine living with Sloth? I mean, what the fuck? It's so sad. Throws him as her favorite doll. You'd be like, Phoebe, I know you can't live with Frankenstein. You just can't. How many white picket fences are flying into this this black hole? And once again, everything is as it should be. Frank's is truly a sad and misunderstood monster, Frankenstein is. It is true in many ways. Yep, I agree. It is true. It's not his fault. And there we are. A moment that they're all hugging and... I love this that the army shows up. See, it's very Goonies, right? Because the cops show up at the end and... You know, but everything's done already and they've missed everything and the army is here and, you know, there are parallels. It's not identical, but there are definitely parallels between the two films.
Who's Eugene?
The army just shows up. Who's Eugene?
Where are they? Where are the monsters?
Mommy came in my house.
Can somebody tell me what the Sam hell is going on around here?
I love this.
Well, we can't, sir.
Who are you?
We're the Monster Squad.
We're the Monster Squad.
Ow! Yeah, what do you think of that, you fucking army people? We're the Monster Squad. Ow! And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The Monster Squad from 1987. Hey, if you're watching after the fact, folks, do you remember the Monster Squad? Do you remember the Monster Squad? Were you old enough to enjoy this film as a kid of the 1980s, or did you watch it after the fact? Maybe you've never seen it before. Comment below and let me know your thoughts on the Monster Squad. And yeah, I'd like to know. The Monster Squad. That is, it's a good movie. It's a good movie, right? It's one of those movies from the 1980s that is definitely, a 80s kids classic, right? Again, it didn't get the love at the box office. It was a box office failure. I'd have to look a bit deeper into maybe why that might have been. But certainly it was not a success by any stretch of the imagination. And it's just in home video and whatnot after the fact. It gained a bit of a following, and people really seem to like it. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me here on this Saturday movie night. If, like I said, if you're watching after the fact and this interests you and you want to get in on Saturday movie night, my link to my Patreon is in the description below. Check it out when you can. Shout out to, of course, Cody Snyder, the J-Man's Movie Cave, Frank Riker, Reese Wilson was here tonight, of course, as well as was who else was here tonight? I'm forgetting Cody Snyder, Reese Wilson. Jim Dorsey was also here as well. He came in a bit earlier. There was a couple other people I saw made their way in here too. But anyway, always a fun movie. Could not agree more, Frank. Have a great night, everybody, and I will be back, of course, Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2 Dudes and Some Bullshit. It's a watch-along this time, though, because it's our 5th Indiegogo fulfillment from It's Me, Billy, and we're doing it with one of our executive producers, Nightly Guillermo, who will be joining us, of course, and we're watching The Blair Witch Project. That's what he wanted to watch, so that's what we're going to do Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to tune into that. Okay, that's going to do it for me. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care, guys. Cheers, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya.